Good evening. Welcome to it. I'm Thomas Malambo. This is Sport at 10, the biggest, best sports show on television. Millions of you tuned in right now to find out who is sitting on the bench, and you can see exactly that. And at the far post as well, Mzansi Super League is here to tell you all about the final that's coming up on Monday. We have a tremendously exciting show. Let me introduce to you, first and foremost, to the man at the near post, Richard Glover, CEO of Tennis South Africa. Richard, welcome to Sport at 10. How are you?
Thank you. It's good to be on the best sports talk show on the African continent.
Now, the only problem I have with you, Richard, is that you never discovered me as a tennis player. I am an awesome tennis player. I played with Raven Klaasen the one time, and he couldn't believe my forehand. I just need a little bit of work on the backhand.
Well, we must chat after the show.
Is there like a senior tour that I can join?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're old enough for the senior tour
I'm
yet.
way old enough, trust me, trust me. But I love tennis. It's like my second favorite sport after football.
Yeah, I think you'd be surprised how many people in South Africa actually love tennis.
How big is it, like, amongst people playing?
I think it's bigger than people realize.
Yeah.
Because it cuts across men and women as well, so, and all demographics. So it's a much bigger sport than people realize.
And then I see Ayanda Tabete, like looking at Richard saying, I love tennis too, right?
I do. I love tennis, but I'm not much of a sports person. I was talking to him earlier, but I do love tennis.
Gym is a sport, isn't it?
Gym is a sport, yeah.
You go to gym?
Very, very fit.
How often?
Yeah. About 4 or 5 times a week.
For what?
It's important.
For
I mean,
what?
in my career, it's everything. I mean, I have to be active. I have to be alive, present, and you know, and deliver the best work I can possibly.
And I'm looking at Phumuza Manenze's eyes there, and I know the one question he's been burning to ask, because he's like really big in like the whole beauty pageant thing. He was up the other night watching Miss Universe. Is why have you never been part of that world? Did you ever compete in beauty pageants?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Because I'm so short.
What do you mean?
I'm always wearing heels because actually when I just stand on my feet,
South Africa wants to see how short are you?
I am very short.
But no, that's not short. No.
I am.
Okay, I was short.
Oh yeah, you see.
I know. I was short.
So
The
my height let me down.
The bold and the beautiful. It's final time this weekend.
More nice. You can see me more nice.
You're looking more nice, and we'll keep her more.
Yes, keep her more goals, keep her more with Telkom. So I'll be telling the people all about the final. We are going to Durban from tomorrow.
Can't wait to hear more about it. And on the subject that, let's go to Durban. Let's cross over there and just show you who is ready to talk to you on the show. The captain of Maritzburg United. They're up against Mamelodi Sundowns in the final. Sianda, wave at South Africans. They're going to hear from you very shortly. There's the nod from the captain. He can't wave, but he will be engaging. So let's get straight to talking to Russell Adams, Cricket South Africa head of events. Russell,
hello, Thomas.
You know what the one thing I'm really jealous about is? You haven't sent me any of these shirts. And I've been watching the presenters, I've been watching all of the Mzansi Super League, and I don't have this shirt. And it looks great.
That's the beauty of the Mzansi Super League. We want people to want what we do.
I am so in need of it. So you might not even leave with it on. You might just have to leave it down.
Well, let's see what we do.
We're going to make a plan. I see what we're going to do. But now, let's get straight into a couple of the news stories that are the most interesting. And here we go. And it's nice that Phumuza played for Orlando Pirates, because he can tell us a little bit about the new coach at Orlando Pirates. There he is. Who's this?
Who Joseph? I'm giving you the first name.
Joseph Zimbauer. Zimbauer. There he is. New Orlando Pirates head coach.
People are going to bow to him. Zimbauer. People are going to bow to this coach. Zimbauer. That's Zoela now.
Ayanda, which team do you support?
None. None. Okay, but I do love Kaizer Chiefs.
Okay,
I have
so
to say. What
would you like to see him do different?
Obviously, the one thing, Thomas, I would like to see him do is bring silverware to Orlando Pirates. We've been starving as some Paganias from that silverware. But this is one man that has coached in the highest level. He was coaching in Germany in the Bundesliga. The likes of Pep Guardiola know him well. Klopp, now coaching at Liverpool, knows him well. Master tactician.
Yeah.
Master tactician. And what I love about him, Thomas, is Tuama Pagania. They are going to see entertaining football and attacking football from this man.
There you go. So now you know. Pirates has a new coach. They're just waiting for the work permit to come through. And then we will see him on the bench. But until then, Fadlu Davids, if it doesn't come through before Pirates' next encounter, will be the man sitting on the bench, according to the word coming through to us. Now, let's get into this conversation with Russell Adams about the Mzansi Super League. We know one of the teams that are going to be in the final. This in front of you is the trophy that they will be playing for. And Paarl Rocks are in the final. What are we waiting for to find out who they'll be playing?
Well, the playoff is going to happen in Port Elizabeth on Friday night.
Yeah.
Nelson Mandela Bay Giants, and they're taking on the Swanee Spartans. Now, if you think back to 2018, the Paarl Rocks actually lost out of qualification because of the rain. This time they're there. And Swanee Spartans has managed to get in through the back door because of rain. Unfortunately, Durban Heat obviously couldn't play their match the other day.
How has this year's Mzansi Super League been compared to last year in terms of its impact on both the cricketers and cricket fans?
I'll put it down as a thriller, suspense, drama. It's had everything. The cricket's been fantastic. Players have really come out of their shells, played good shots, bowled fantastic deliveries, really got the go. The people, especially down in the Western Cape, in Paarl, have come through the gates. There's a fantastic vibe and atmosphere. We've had fantastic influencers and celebrities that have come through to the games during the tournament. So, yeah, it's compared to 2018, we've definitely taken a step up. And you made the point. Look at the colour. Look at that's come through beautifully.
It's growing.
It's
the
growing.
Mzansi League
Absolutely.
Super League is growing.
Yes, it
the
is.
partnership with the SABC is working.
Absolutely, yeah. You've got fantastic viewers out there that we're talking to on a day-to-day basis during this tournament, and they've seen what's happening on the field. They're excited because we come into the crescendo now of the tournament. You know, the playoff on Friday, the final on Monday. Who knows who's going to take this trophy home?
Get us up to speed. Final on Monday. Where will that final be? And how do people now get involved, get their tickets? They want to be there for the match. We're waiting for the one match to take place on Friday to find out who plays in the final.
Yeah, so Paarl Rocks have qualified for the final.
So they host.
So they host in the final, down in the Paarl. I'm sure the weather's going to be fantastic. Tickets are the same as they have been throughout the tournament. In fact, we've put on some limited opportunities to get tickets for as little as 20 Rand. We're doing a lot of limited promotions where you can actually buy 2 and get 2 free. So they need to go onto that ticketpros.co.za platform or go down to the grounds themselves and actually get the tickets at the box office there. But I would advise they do that quickly because playoffs and finals always draws big crowds. And you want to be there for the action. You want to feel the atmosphere, get involved. There's going to be a lot of entertainment as well.
And there'll also be a new name on the trophy.
Yes, there will be.
We already know that.
Yes, we know that. That's going to be a new name on the trophy. And what other names they can look out for Friday night? You've got Rapper AKA that's going to be down at PE. On Monday in the final, you've got Mapsin Bompiani bowling the first ball. Seen him with interior decor and things like that. Not seen him bowl a ball, so I'm actually looking forward to see what Maps can do with a ball in hand.
Looking forward to it. Can't wait for it. The news is going to continue as we get straight into the Absa Premiership action from tonight. And it was the game between Mamelodi Sundowns and Stellenbosch. So as we do that, we'll continue the conversation with you. And this game had everything in it. Look at that. Opening goal, 35 minutes in, and it is the goal coming in from Moon. Great header. Kennedy Mwini can't keep that one up. It looked like maybe an upset was on the cards, especially in the build-up to the Telkom Knockout final. But Pumudzo, Mamelodi Sundowns are made of tough stuff. And here, penalty awarded. Who's going to step up? Oh, it's outside the box, right?
That's like...
What is that? Penalty or outside the box? Nope. Penalty. Tembazwani steps up, slots it away. Sundowns are in the final of the Telkom Knockout as well. And
Obviously,
this victory, 3-1 tonight, is going to be big for them.
Obviously, it's a big boost. You see, Zwani is back and he's on the scoring sheet also. His combination with Serino was magnificent in this game. Thomas, I watched the game on my way here. Mukulisi, the youngster, also doing well, getting a goal. Obviously, they are causing a lot of stress for Coach Pito.
And that shows the depth of Mamelodi Sundowns. Mukulisi coming with a goal. Then it doesn't stop there because the under-23, Machalwa, he scores the final nail in the coffin. And there it is. Sundowns coming away 3-1 victory, getting the 3 points in this Absa Premiership encounter. And that will be a huge psychological boost. I'm sure wherever Sianda is right now in Durban looking at the highlights, he's like, hey, we're going to be in for a huge final. Sianda, it's going to be a big, big final. You saw some of those highlights, right? Utini?
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one for Thomas.
Abaktusi.
It's gonna be a normal game, the cup final, obviously. We're
coming for a more in-depth conversation. And now, let us talk to the man who's joined me right here on the big desk. It is the CEO of Tennis South Africa, Richard Glover. Richard, you know we're doing all the big news stories. We've got the Mzansi Super League telling us about the final. You've also got big news in the world of tennis. So, a South African tennis player that we know very, very well is going to be playing in South Africa, and we've not seen him here for many, many years. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so we recently announced that Kevin Anderson, who obviously I think most South Africans came to realize what a good player he was in 2017 and 2018 when he made the final of the US Open in Wimbledon.
Yeah.
We've announced he's coming back to South Africa in February 2020 to play in Soweto at the Arthur Ashe facility. He's playing an exhibition match, the best of South Africa, against a fellow rising star in the form of Lloyd Harris.
Yeah. So, those of you at home were like, yeah, okay, I know tennis a little bit, but, you know, Kevin Anderson, he's a former top 10 player in the world. He's one of the absolute best at this sport. And we are going to get a chance to see him right here. Where?
So Soweto, February, an announcement's going to be made in the next couple of days about the date.
Yeah.
Tickets will go on sale as well at the same time as the announcement.
And what's the thinking of him playing against Lloyd Harris? Because Lloyd Harris is another South African tennis player. He's only 22, and, I mean, when you're talking quality here, they're not in the same league just yet. Just an opportunity for Lloyd to learn? What are we thinking?
Yeah, so really the event, Kevin versus Lloyd in Soweto, is actually, it's the sort of the centerpiece of what we call BNP Paribas RCS Rising Star Tennis, which is a national primary schools challenge to find the best boys and girls primary schools in the country. They're playing in Soweto, the national final, and the final culminates in Kevin playing Lloyd, and we really see Lloyd as the rising star of South African tennis. So in many ways, it's almost a symbolic handing over of the baton from Kevin to Lloyd as the future star of South African tennis.
And you think Lloyd will put up a good fight against the kind of quality that Kevin has shown us through the years?
Yeah, I think so. So Kevin and Lloyd are actually teaming up before this match. They're actually playing in Australia. They're playing in a new event called the ATP Cup, which is a national team cup. They're representing South Africa along with Raven Klaasen. So Lloyd is a top 100 player in the world now. So he's a star on the rise. So he's one to watch out for.
And February is a big month. Because Ayanda, you're going to Cape Town in February, right? For Nadal and Federer. Yes. You got your tickets, right?
For what?
Nadal versus Federer. Did you get the call personal? Like Federer or Nadal call you like...
I've been invited. Hint, nudge.
Well,
I think I'm with the right people in the room.
You're here now. But now that you hear about it, exciting, right?
Yes, very excited.
Nadal, Federer going to be here. Kevin Anderson. I know now suddenly you're a tennis fan.
I mean, I am a tennis fan, but when it's big games, commercial, you know, the bigger games, the Serena Williams games, the Roger Federer games, I'd love to.
Those are the things then.
Yeah,
then
those kind of people.
Glitzy outfits. We're going to not allow you in at the tennis like this because Yabana distraction, umpire, I can't see.
You always have to be event appropriate.
Now, let me get back to you.
Yes.
Because, Richard, the other big news is that we can expect some really good quality tennis players for this ATP Challenger event. What is that? Now, you've secured a big event for South African tennis for us to go and watch other than this exhibition game.
Yeah, so February is obviously big with Federer, Nadal and Kevin in South Africa. And then in March, we've also brought an ATP Challenger to the country.
Yeah.
So an ATP Challenger is obviously part of the ATP Tour. It's what we call a stepping stone event in terms of going as for the young up-and-coming professionals as they progress onto the ATP Tour. So it's really the best young up-and-coming players in the world playing ATP Challengers, so the future stars will really hopefully be coming to South Africa. Future Nadals and future Federers, that's what we're hoping anyway.
So excited. I mean, tennis is on the up now. It's been quiet for so long, but we're getting some really good quality tennis coming next year.
Yeah, I think it's exciting. I mean, I think Federer Nadal, which is very much being run by his foundation, Federer's foundation, that match sold out in 9 minutes. And there was over 50,000 tickets that went in 9 minutes. And I think what that shows you is there's a real appetite for tennis in this country. Men, women, all demographics.
Okay, so like as the CEO of Tennis South Africa, like inside inner pocket tickets to something, ticket.
We'll definitely sort you out, yeah.
Ayanda.
As a friend of tennis.
You see, you need to know me because I know Richard will never give me one ticket. It'll be Thomas and partner. there. No, let's not, just putting it out there. So let me introduce you now to South Africa's one and only sports comedian. He's been doing it for 7 years right here on Sport at 10. He gives you the uppercuts, he gives you the jabs, and he is the man who is undefeated, the heavyweight of humor, the Shamponizer. Shampaninho!
Yeah, Thomas. I know they thought I was not coming. I am here. No, I'm always here. It's never... people, you know what? We need to just celebrate. Shout out to Zozibini Tunzi, man. She's our Miss Universe. Please, let's give her a round of applause because we're going to celebrate forever. She was here and she's Miss Universe. And shout out to Epijele for that penalty, for that own goal. Miss kick, yes. Yes, he's a miss kick. So we leave it right there because I know some people are getting hurt right now. If you are at home and then you are wondering why there's so much load shedding, it's BBK's birthday today. BBK, happy birthday on the load shedding. Kisho ba busy ba matla baking powder. Okay. It's over Rimbatu. Hey, BBK, happy birthday, BBK. It's a new dad and it's happy birthday. No, but BBK is dark and it's very dark. Like it's that dark. You know that tip Compella 11 where it's like after darkness. You know when every time you watch it's like 5 past midnight. That's BBK for you. So all I'm saying is that to everyone, Coach Pizzo. Well, not before we talk about Pizzo Thomas. I know people are wondering, why am I coming back from the back there and I'm coming here and then I'm not sitting there. So just in short, you can call me Rulan. I used to be there and then now I'm... Yeah, call me Rulani, like just say, yeah, Rulani, and I'm like, yeah, Fumozo knows it very well.
I know before we came on air, you were talking about what stage Orlando Pirates was at.
You mean like off load shedding?
I don't know. You were saying.
Yeah, Pirates, they like on Pumozo, look at stage 24, where like they even take out everything that has light in it, lightweight, light body Santos, anything that is bright, closer. But Coach Pizzo Msiman was in Morocco there, and they were there like chanting his name. It was a beautiful name. Pizzo, it was beautiful. But Coach, please don't take it too hard. Don't take it serious. It's a trap. Ask Micho. They were there, Micho. Next thing, same chance. Micho, Mansa Airport. Micho, let's go to the airport. So let's talk about Orlando Pirates right now. So since manager is here, Pumozo, hey, I feel like Pirates wants to be Kaizer Chiefs. Like Kaizer Chiefs, Barrega coach here, Germany. You guys go to Germany and buy this one. And Lena, you don't look like you bought him like Joseph, Papa James. Market Joseph, Papa James. And isn't it, I don't know, people who did mathematics like me, isn't it like kind of a little bit dodgy? Yesterday, if you calculate properly, it's 7 working days after Black Friday. Enough time for delivery. Enough time for delivery. So let's and I want to record the high 30 losses, Thomas. 30 losses. 30. That's a loss every day of the calendar. 30 every day of the calendar. You know what? Here's a picture I have. This is how I'm looking at the coach of Pirates. Look at this picture. Look at Lena later.
Oh my God.
I wasn't ready. Shamponizer is a problem. Anyway, I'll be back later on in the show, so stay with us for that. We got a topic for you, and here is the topic that we've got that we want you to engage with us on Sport at 10 today. This is Tom Melissa. What would you like the new Orlando Pirates coach to do differently as he takes over? At Sport at 10 TV is where you can send that through to us on Twitter, or you can do it on Facebook. Speak to us directly at Thomas Mlambo as well, and check out the show. It comes out on YouTube as well, so you can have a look at the show there and give us your comments. So we're going to say goodbye to Russell. The trophy just, you keep it close.
With the under, it's part
it matches. It's matching. I see the trophy's matching.
Part, you know? I should be the one giving it.
There we go.
There you go. So she's trying to get an invite to Paul. Invite to Paul there. You see?
She's already converted from tennis to cricket, just like that.
Done. And then, Richard, thank you very much for coming in. We really enjoyed hearing how tennis is on the up, and, you know, just going to see some great tennis players over the next few months.
Thank you. We'll talk tennis tickets after this. All right.
In the ad break. Guys, I'm not going to hear that conversation, but we're going to have a conversation. That's what we're going to be doing right now. After the break, though, we're going to be having a very serious conversation. So stay with us for that one, because it's going to be intense, and it's going to be talking to you about how it is that Carling Black Label is making a difference with no excuse during this very important time of the year, where we just make sure that gender-based violence is front of our minds. Can't wait for this conversation. It's taking place after this. Stay with us.
ShopRite is your home of low prices this Christmas. And with over 8,000 items cheaper than last Christmas, there's no better place to shop for great deals. Like a 1 kilo tub of Stork 40% fat spread, just $32.99. And 1.2 kilos of Kellogg's cornflakes, just $49.99. Take home more. From the home of low prices. ShopRite.
Win your share of over 100 million rand in rewards to celebrate our 25th birthday. Get that winning feeling with the Mobicel Rio and 500 megs of YouTube data every month for 6 months at only $3.99 on MTN Pay As You Go. We got you. Join MTN today, port and recharge, and play MTN Cake Crush for a chance to win. To play, simply download the new MTN app or dial *156*083#. Everywhere you go, MTN.
Okay, stop. Times have changed, and you deserve a juice that's 100% fruit. No added sugar, no preservatives. Because in a world filled with fake, nothing's more precious than real.
Buy Liquid Fruit 1 litre and stand a chance to win your share of R1 million in prizes. T's and C's apply.
Forth and Connect, 4th Street. Not for persons under the age of 18.
What do most banks know about simplicity? About what it means to live better?
Do you really need all those accounts that cost you more just because you earn more? And the hoops you have to jump through for the free rewards that you hardly ever use? Aren't you just tired of it? What if I told you there's a simpler way? A bank that takes all the complexity of banking and turns it on its head. Capitec is doing just that, using technology to cut the cost of banking and put the value back in your pocket with Live Better benefits that you can get immediately, making you feel valued when you need it most. Here's a bank that invests in innovative solutions to simplify your life so that you can live better. Simplify banking. Live better.
Welcome back. Now, as we approach the end of the 16 days of activism, we'll be discussing Carling Black Label's 5-year initiative called #NoExcuse. This movement is driving progressive change amongst South African men in an effort to put an end to gender-based violence. #NoExcuse has had a highly impactful 2 years already of influencing South African men with a powerful on-the-ground program called Champions for Change. Today, I'm speaking to sports presenter and champion man Andile Ngube, as well as Zizipho Mtwesi, who has actively participated in the Champions for Change program. Gentlemen, welcome to Sport at 10. You've been driving the show. You've been there, Andile. So let me start with you, because as a champion man, you've been involved with the #NoExcuse program. Tell us a little bit about Champions for Change. What is that?
Well, it's an initiative that seeks to not put the problem on everybody else but the men themselves. You know, it says us as men sitting around, the way we're sitting right now, are we watching out for each other? You can only do better when you know better. So it's men driving the change within themselves. So first you begin with yourself, and then you start looking in the circle that's around you, of men around you, to say, if I'm not calling you out, and if I'm not seeking better of myself and you, who is? So let's all be the champions for change, C for C, champions for change. And it's something that we've seen in the last 2 years, now in our 3rd year, that it's helped. It's helped when we put the problem squarely on each and self.
What I'm interested in, Zizipho, is what is it doing on the ground? Champions for Change, how are you affecting men? How are you finding men? How are men finding you to become better men?
So what we are doing is we run a couple of programs.
Yeah.
So these programs are from conversations to camps. What we're basically doing is we're taking men and putting them together.
Yeah.
And saying we're going to find a solution, and not only find a solution, go back and give other people the equipment that we've been given, so that we can also affect others and others can affect others, so the whole of South Africa can become this wonderful place to be.
Because you said something interesting there where you were talking about how if I have a friend or somebody I know, what kind of examples would you put out there that we maybe overlook as men, and we think we're good men, but we're overlooking how we could be better?
Had a conversation with a couple of friends just the other day, and one said, you know, in an altercation and a fight with the girlfriend, he opened the car door and said, it's fine. In the middle of the road, in the evening, get out of my car, and drove off. You know, most guys will be like, yeah, I didn't hit her. Because that's where we get it wrong. I didn't hit her. It's beyond that. This guy does not know that what he did there is tantamount to abuse. So it's men like that that don't know the rules. If I knew, I would walk better. If I knew that what I had done there was not great because I've endangered her life by leaving her there, I would do better.
Zizipo, having worked with these men in communities around South Africa with the hashtag No Excuse and the Champions for Change program, give me some stories. Give me some good news stories of somebody who came in and has changed his life and become better.
I'll start with one of the saddest stories I've heard. I've heard of a man that's been raped. Not only raped, they took a needle and stabbed him, wanting to infect him with AIDS. That man is now helping other men. So it's stories like that, when you hear stories so drastic that if you think of rape, you think of they're only going to rape women. They're raping men. So the problem is huge. But we are there to say, no, there is positive masculinity. And if masculinity is not a bad thing, if used positively, it can be a very good thing.
Guys, how does those viewers watching right now, how do they become champions for change?
I mean, you don't have to actively be part of the said initiative, the hashtag No Excuse, but it's in the lived life every day. It's in what you do to affect yourself and those around you. It's in what you do for the men and the children. I have girls. I'm raising girls. And I can tell you now that what I impart on them and the knowledge that I seek off and the way that I treat them empowers them so that when they're older, they know the difference between, you know, how they're supposed to be treated and otherwise.
And Zizipo, your story that you just told us now, the one thing that I'm taking from that is that no matter how bad your own circumstances in your life, you have no excuse to do that to other people. That man you're talking about is helping, as opposed to saying, I had this terrible thing happen to me, I'm going to go out and be terrible to other people.
Yes. What it says to us is that us as men have a bigger role to play in society. And the role that we have, we need to know the role. As for many, they don't know that, what they don't know as men is that, it's not really about how if you are a good man, I can just be a good man for myself. I need to be a good man for the whole country.
I love that. And thank you, guys. It's been a great conversation. Although 16 days of activism is coming to an end, hashtag No Excuse is a 365, always moving, always be part of your life movement. So join in by living the 6 virtues, being part of the solution and becoming a champion for change. We'll be back after this.
Ngithi wezinsizwa sabelani bo masiyekelene udlame nokuhlukumeza abantu besifazana siphile ngemiyalo yobuqotho isithupha ye-champion man wemfowethu namandla sebenzisa amandla wakho wenza okuhle unakekele insimo yakho wemfowethu impilo yakho inendaba ngithi wemfowethu uyindoda ngokwanele sisho wena ngesimilo sakho sakhela ubudlelwane namanye amadoda wemfowethu awedwa ngithi wemfowethu ngabumbi kusaselihle ululeka izizukulwane esilandelayo wenza umhlaba indawo engcono indawo engcono woza nawe mfowethu live by the virtues of champion man, a champion man, a champion for change.
Move to your own beat in a new Ford Figo 1.5 Ambiente from only $2,499 per month with a 10% deposit at 7.88% interest over 48 months. Offer valid on Ford options through Ford Credit, an authorized FSP and registered credit provider. T&Cs apply.
Sparkle on with Benini, the sparkling grape frizzante. Not for persons under the age of 18.
First of all, I'm the reason why all of you exist. Get no one, I'm the greatest. Fill up the dome, 20,000 people. Tigilem Balula was there. No, but I'm the most important one. FMB, baby. Yeah, ask about me. Chance. I came here to ask for advice because I'm playing Robo Football on the 15th of December. This is what y'all do? Advice, that's what I need. The key is to believe in yourself. Believe. Simple.
It's gonna be cool, man.
Beware the brilliance of Harpic White and Shine. Unlike regular thick bleaches, it also contains baking soda for a blindingly bright and germ-free clean.
One, two, three, get it. Where the B-boys at? Where they hip-hop?
Oral-B, the #1 toothbrush brand worldwide, has just created a toothpaste. It helps revitalize gums and repair enamel in 2 weeks. New Oral-B Gum and Enamel Repair. Finally, an Oral-B toothpaste.
Welcome back to Sport at 10. Let's talk now about the Telkom Knockout that's coming up on the weekend. The final is going to be huge. It's keeper more. It's going to be more nicer. And there's also that opportunity for you at home to be part of winning that pot of 1 million rands worth of prize money that's there. So there's a lot of prize money still available, and Pomozo Manenze is on the road show. He's busy. He's making sure he's part of that entire process. What is going on in the build-up to the Telkom Knockout final over the weekend? Pomozo, tell us.
Thomas, le SIM card le ngakupha yona ye Telkom.
Yeah.
Ungayilahli.
No.
Cela uyisebenzise sibali.
Uyiphethe.
Uyiphethe?
Yeah.
Okay, ku simple. Mawungenayo iSIM card, go and buy that Telkom SIM card. It's simple. After buying that Telkom SIM card, you dial *123#.
Yeah.
And then after that you select More Nice.
Yeah.
And after you selected More Nice, you're into the draw. Now you can win prizes. But the big question is, why no more giving away data and airtime as Telkom? Thomas. Data, airtime. No. We're giving away 100K.
There's big prizes left.
100K.
So there's a 100,000 rand prize that's available.
Yes.
One.
200K.
Another one is for 200,000.
Yes.
Yeah?
And then there's 300K, Thomas.
So if I go and do this, I can be in the mix to either win 100,000, 200,000, or 300,000.
But the key is, it closes on the 13th.
Yeah.
On Friday, the competition closes. So if you don't have that Telkom SIM card, go buy that Telkom SIM card. After buying that Telkom SIM card, you recharge, you dial *123#, you select More Nice, and then you're in, Thomas.
If I'm in the KZN province, where the final will be, where do I need to be if I want to experience the Telkom Knockout, the atmosphere, the final, the build-up to it?
Thomas, tomorrow I'll be at Kwamnyandu.
Yeah? Where? Not personal?
Mina personal. Yabona ngama-selfie ke. Yabona sengiqrimile ku-right ngifresh ngikhathile. Ngiyele ngifuna ama-selfie ke. Mawuza lapha kwaMnyandu ama-selfie akhona, ama-ticket akhona, all anything ye-Telkom izobe khona lapha sobasiphisana ngayo. Ukhona uSkizo, ukhona uLakile Khwathu uzoba nami lapha ne-team yethu ye-Telkom kwaMnyandu. Sise Bridge City, Umlazi Mega City. And this is a workshop, obviously. A workshop.
You know what I noticed at the corner of my eye? The minute I mentioned KZN, ears just went tap, 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 tap.
Because
Mega City into Zambles. In the numbers, I think it's going to be absolutely exciting.
And the final being hosted in your home province.
Look, I think home ground advantage is going to be at play, and I am definitely supporting Maritzburg for this one.
Oh.
So, yeah, I know, Sundowns is doing good. Vito, I'm a huge fan, but I think home ground advantage is really going to be at play, yeah.
There you go, there you go. Support is growing, Sianda. We're going to come to you very shortly to talk to the captain of Maritzburg United. But one thing is, we want people to be in the stadium early. We want them to enjoy the whole atmosphere of a massive final between Mamelodi Sundowns and Maritzburg United, Telkom Knockout 2019. Why must I be there early? What will I get?
Before you get there, Thomas, before you get there, we are sitting at 90% of the tickets that have been sold.
Yay.
So there's only 10% left.
Thank you, KZN.
And I know that abantu ama-bonus angenile, ngwabonile ama-balance. I-bonus ingenile, ambotengi ticket. There's only 10% of the tickets that are left, Thomas, and we are urging the people to go get those tickets.
So sold out is coming soon.
Suku 90%.
Yeah, load.
Suksele 10% kuphela.
Iload njengedata Telkom.
And city, let's leave this culture of getting to the stadium late.
Yeah.
Let's get to the stadium early because Battle of the DJs is there. It's national spectacular against Utira. There's also Busiso against Semiti. You know, so come early to the stadium. There's a lot of entertainment. Gates open at 3.
And Ayanda's favorite, Maskandi. There's going to be Maskandi performances as well.
Ayanda's favorite? Yes, of course.
You want to give us a couple of bars from your favorite Maskandi?
Maybe next time.
Okay, so just get us up to speed. One last time. Those who weren't listening and maybe they were rushing to get there.
Yeah.
What must they dial on their phone to be part of it?
Thomas, Telkom SIM card. After buying that Telkom SIM card, you recharge.
Yeah.
After recharging, you dial *123#. You select more nice with TKO, then you're in with an opportunity to win. And what we're winning this time, we're going big as Telkom. 100K, 200K, 300K, Thomas.
So, if you're already a Telkom subscriber, you just have to do exactly what Pumuto said. If you're not, just get your SIM card and be part of the action. Let's go to Durban now for the captain of Maritzburg United. Many would say they are the underdogs for the final against Mamelodi Sundowns. Siyanda Kulu has made the trip down from Maritzburg to talk to you on Sport at 10 in our Durban studios. Siyanda, it's good to see you. How are you?
Good to see you too, Mfetang, right?
So, Sapila. When I use the word underdog, is that how you're feeling? Or is confidence high in the Maritzburg United camp right now?
We're very confident. We just from a win against Polokwane. So, but again, it's going to be a final. It's never easy. And we play against Sundowns. We know how well they've done from the recent years. And they're current champions, so we can never underestimate Bona. But I know obviously going to our side, and we're going to do the things that we normally do whenever we're planning for a game. But I know obviously it's a final, it's going to be massive. But one thing for sure is you can never motivate anyone when you play against Sundowns, and it's going to be a final.
Now, your chairman, Cardodia, what's he said? Maritzburg United has never won a major final in South African football. What is he telling his team? What are you telling your players about this big occasion and trying to make history for the club?
The recent 2 years, remember we were in the final, Nedbank final. That was history on its own. But now we wanna take things even further. I think we want to win it. Every player within the club wants his name within the history books of Maritzburg United, including myself. So we're just going to give it our best shot.
And, you know, your road to the final has been interesting, Sianda, because penalty, man. You know, penalties against Wits on a 1-1 draw, then penalties after the 1-1 draw against Highlands Park. Will we see similar? I mean, is that what you're doing at training this week? Are you working on the penalties?
No, obviously when you go to a tournament like Telkom, you're bound to practice penalties. But then it's about how difficult the games were. I think if you look back, we played against Wits.
Yeah.
We played against Highlands, and then it was Chiefs for semi-final, which wasn't easy. So, but obviously penalties is something that we do practice in training, but I think we're just fortunate. So let me just hope we won't take it as far as penalties when it comes to the final.
Now, against Mamelodi Sundowns this season, you did play them. It was a 2-1 defeat, but that doesn't tell the whole story. You played them in the league, 2-1 defeat. You scored in that game, Sianda, but it was a really painful way to lose against Mamelodi Sundowns. Take us back to that game and your memories.
It's never easy. It's never easy playing against Sundowns. You know how well they are structured. They're a very good team, very experienced technical team. Even Namanje Basmele, we care. So it's really never easy. But then whenever you go play against them, you always want to take your best shot and go for 3 points. But then if Ngenzegi, we always try to snatch that point. It was a bittersweet to swallow for me because they are my former side.
Yeah.
But again, now I play for Maritzburg United. So I really appreciated the goal that I scored against them. But again, obviously, it's going to be a new game in the final. I think now Babafuna win as much as we do. But then I think we're playing on our home soil, and I think we're going to do our best.
So, I'm going to give you, as the captain of Maritzburg United, the final opportunity to speak to the team of choices, supporters, and even those who, you know, for that final might decide which, no, you know what, today we are friends of Maritzburg. What do you want to say to them?
Sizocela abalandeli beMaritzburg United bafike ngobuningi babo eMasmapida. Sidlala ngokuyimisela so ngisho ukuthi siyabajabulisa.
There you go. Captain of Maritzburg United, Sianda Kulu, former Mamelodi Sundowns player, now with an opportunity to lead Maritzburg United to their first ever trophy in the Telkom Knockout final on the weekend, and it's live on SABC Sport. I just tried calling your number and all I could dial was *123#.
Just keep on more.
I just tried. I was like,
more nice.
I was like, is that your number?
More nice.
People want to talk to you.
Telkom, more nice. Keep on more.
There you go.
100K.
I'll see you on Monday. There's a lot to talk about as well. They will be discussing the final. It's time for a quick break. After the break, yeah, we're going to have another really good conversation about the month that we're in and a very special event that you need to know about. A Million Woman March. That's going to be powerful. And Ayanda is going to talk about her new projects. You know, you do like this quizzing thing, right? You like a quiz, you like a quiz genius. You know what I don't understand?
Me?
I've been
Quiz
watching you. Like, I
genius?
see you doing this quiz thing.
Oh, yeah.
And like, how the hell do you know all these answers?
Look, you don't know all of them, but you trust
Yeah,
your
but
team.
how much TV and movies do you watch?
Look, I love pop culture. It's my thing. Sports, not so much. But here I am on a sports show, so we'll
But
see.
we're going to quiz you on the sports. So, yeah. You know the way she's winning on her quiz show? It's not going to happen here. It's just not. We've got a difficult quiz lined up. We're back after this.
There's a simpler way to pay. Load your card on your favorite apps or shop online. Simplify banking. Live better. With Capitec.
Are you worried about the stains on your teeth? Help is at hand. New Aquafresh Pure White. Gently removes stains up to 3 times more effectively. Restoring your natural white smile. Aquafresh Pure White. Our gentle way to whiten teeth.
Are you okay?
Why don't you try this pickled chili, Godfrey?
New Eno with Cool Sensation gives you cooling relief and gets to work in just 6 seconds.
You should try some.
When heartburn strikes, keep your cool. New Eno with Cool Sensation.
Oh, I've tried. Hi, Mama. From your first day at school to you captaining your soccer team, no matter how old you are, you'll always be my baby. That's why Maunugilang, I trust Dettol to clean, protect, and keep you refreshed every summer. I still can't believe how quickly you've grown.
After a long day of hard work, pain can drain even the most hardworking members of our community. And every once in a while, even a steering may need a helping hand. That's why they can always trust Grandpa's fast-acting pain relief. It's ready to work in 10 seconds for toothache, headache, muscle ache, or backache, so that they can be the kasi steering we need them to be. Ngoba umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu.
Grandpa, trusted for over 100 years.
Not just wounds, now Mom trusts Dettol for your skin too. The new skin-friendly Dettol Aloe Vera for bathing with the gentleness of aloe vera and the power of Dettol. It's gentle for everyday use and protects from 100 illness-causing germs. That's why moms want to be Dettol sure.
Dettol with aloe vera, soft on skin for bathing. Now available in a 2-liter family pack.
Welcome back to Sport at 10, the Million Woman March. This is something that I'm hearing about for the first time today, but Lucy Tsaledi, as here in the studio, Lindani Mbenze is a man who's also part of the initiative, and obviously Ayanda has been with us the entire show. Lucy, as the CEO and founder of the Million Woman March, what is that?
Hi, thank you so much. The Million Women March is an organization, non-profit organization, that is based on the protection of women and children in our country. So our first launch to the organization, we are launching the Lady Nobuntu Flame Torch campaign. So when we're talking about Lady Nobuntu, it's because we feel, and we know very well, because the stats prove that as South Africa, our country is at war.
Yeah.
Where gender-based violence is concerned. But
now, it's called a march. Who's marching? Are we marching? It started today. Where did we march, Lindan?
So it started this morning. We started in the Val, in Sebokeng area. So basically, this torch is just traveling around the country. We're trying to get as many hands on that torch as possible. Just like you had pledged with a signature somewhere, you put in your hands, and as she's mentioned, Lady Nobuntu, at the end, that torch is part of that statue, which will be at the Union Buildings at the end of it. It will be rejoined together, and hopefully, you know, we're going to have, as far as our president's accepting it.
How does it connect with sport, though? Because there is a sporting element as well, Lina. And you're a man who's been involved in the sports world, so I'm trying to see how do we put the two things, the Million Woman March, sport, coming together?
So the first part of it is the torch.
Yes.
Typically,
like
the Olympic torch.
Yeah.
It's going and it's traveling around, and it symbolizes something, that flame. Secondly, we are walking the streets of South Africa. We're going to all 9 provinces.
There's even a fire happening in my studio.
Oh, there it
Floor
is.
manager,
yes.
please come. Floor manager, here he is. It's okay. So this is the torch.
So this is the torch, and it's part of
but
Lady.
I'm not going to hold it. I'm going to. It's been in my hands.
Straight.
So it's been in my hands.
No, but there's something needs to happen in this part.
What happens when I pass
She is now saying she would never. I think Lucy, you explained it best.
Yes, Lucy. So
okay. So the torch, it represents the fact that we've lost our sense of Ubuntu as a nation.
Yes.
So she surpasses the spirit of Ubuntu back onto us as people of South Africa.
Yeah.
So when you're holding the torch, you're literally saying that you will always make sure that a woman, a child, will never be raped or anything like that in front of you. And you are pledging to say that you are one with the nation. And as you pass it on to Ayanda, she'll say the same thing, that I pledge that Lady Nobuntu will surpass and bring back my sense of Ubuntu.
That Lady Nobuntu will surpass and bring back my sense of Ubuntu.
And never again will a woman or a child ever suffer in South Africa.
Will a woman or a child ever suffer in South Africa?
This is to unify us as a nation.
There you go.
I love this concept, absolutely. This is a critical time for us, for everyone, men and women, to lend their voices towards gender-based violence.
And as you walk with it now, you pass it on to the next person who says, you know what, I want to be a part of this.
I hear tomorrow it's going to be welcomed into the football world.
Yes.
Where's it going?
Dr. Ivan Koza is going to march with the torch from the PSL offices to the SABC CEO.
And you're going all 9 provinces? The torch is going to cover the whole country?
Western Cape, Eastern Cape, KZN, Mpumalanga, Northwest, Limpopo. We're there, Northern Cape, Free State, and then back to Johannesburg.
As a woman, Ayanda, how needed is an initiative like a Million Women March?
Absolutely. This is a solidarity march to say that everyone, men and women, should be lending their voice towards something that is really catastrophic in South Africa, that's really killing our women. And we need to be, men especially, I think, should be lending their voice. And I think that this is just a good sign to say we're bringing back that sense of Ubuntu towards especially the men and the women, you know, who are lending their voices towards this very important initiative.
Lindani, thank you. Lucy, thank you for bringing this initiative to us and making South Africans aware of, again, another way that they can make sure they are not part of gender-based violence. And we are all part of making sure that our women, children, and just about everyone in South Africa is safe in this country. That's what we want to happen, and that's what an initiative like this one is about. And millions of women marching, and us as men marching with them in solidarity. We can't lose this battle. It's impossible. We're going to a break, and then Ayanda, we talk to you, one-on-one, you and me.
Next.
We'll talk, and then we'll find out a little bit about how good you are with quizzes and, you know,
neighbors.
Like, don't be nervous. No, don't be nervous. And then also I just want to talk like top billing, right?
Yes.
Like, that's a bit sad.
Very, very sad, but we'll talk about it after.
It's coming up.
Mom is ready to meet me. Home is now more safe and clean, more than it's ever been. She trained Dad, trained them all. She wants to be Dad's so sure. She loves me so much.
Hi, Bo. You will make my whitewashing dirty.
Coco. Fella, whitewash is when the team wins all the matches in the Mzansi Super League. Yeah, boo.
That's what we say to the umpire to see whether the batsman's in or out.
That should have been a catch.
It's hit after hit in the Mzansi Super League, and this time we are even bigger. Don't miss out on the biggest local and international players, 32 of the biggest matches and the biggest battings, from the biggest fours to the biggest sixes. Catch all matches live on SABC 3 and SABC radio stations from 8 November till 16 December. SABC is the official broadcaster of Mzansi Super League. Fast, fun for all.
Any short, sharp pain is a sign of something not being quite right with the tooth. And that's usually the first sign of sensitivity. I would definitely say please don't ignore any signs or symptoms. The likelihood is the condition is probably going to get worse if you do nothing about it. That's why I recommend Sensodyne in my practice. Sensodyne works at the very heart of the problem, and it actually goes inside the tooth and helps calm down the nerve right where we need it to act. Sensodyne is a brand that I know works.
Can I pay my SABC TV license at Checkers Money Market?
Yep.
And stand a chance to win a share of 100,000 Rand in Checkers vouchers?
Yeah, boy. Simply pay your TV license at any participating Checkers Money Market and stand a chance to win. And soon you'll also be able to register for your TV license in store. Only at Checkers Money Market, in partnership with SABC TV licenses. Competition ends 24 December. T's and C's apply.
Seconds of some things may give you a headache. Disprin will take it away. Ready to work in 60 seconds.
Actress, model, television host, entrepreneur, Ayanda Tabete is now one-on-one with me. Ayanda, it's good to have you.
And
How are you?
the crowd goes crazy. I'm joking.
Crazy. You know, the thing is that as I'm looking at you, I look and I'm like, perfect skin, perfection. You know, is this why these like brands are like about you? You know, and they keep these relationships going with you for many, many years.
Yes, I've had a partnership with a beauty brand that has, stood the test of time. It's because of authenticity. I think of myself. I think people relate to me. I'm relatable in a lot of the things that I do. And I take care of my skin. It's important. It's part of just taking care of yourself and loving yourself.
It's like the one that Lay Vanishing Cream, that one. Yeah, I know that brand. I know that brand. I know it.
Yes,
I know it.
That one.
But you're also out doing some new things right now.
Yes.
Like you're doing like a celebrity game show thing. And what is that like? Because you're like with other celebrities every single week.
Firstly, I'm just excited that my career has grown in leaps and bounds. As an entertainer, you know, longevity is a key element of the game. So just to be moving to another element of what I do and what I love is absolutely exciting. The celebrities that have been on the show, you see them for who they are. You see them doing what they love. And you see the competitive nature just come out. They forget the celebrityness on the side. They forget everything and they just become, you know, the competitive nature comes out. So it's absolutely fun, it's exciting, it's vibrant, and I absolutely love it.
And not only that, but you're also going onto a new channel. You're going to be a host on a brand new thing. That's coming up next year?
Yes, next year is an absolutely exciting year for me. I think a lot is going to happen that is good for my brand, for my growth as a TV host. And I'm joining a new channel and, hosting different beautiful red carpet events and lots more.
I saw you brought the red carpet look here today.
Yes, you know, I was trying to charm you.
Well... The thing is, moving right along, is you mentioned now to me that you're in your 30s.
Yes.
No.
I'm in my 30s.
Impossible.
Yes, everything started going south when I turned 29. But I'm trying to keep it together. I'm going to gym. I'm staying fit. I'm doing everything I can to slow down the aging process.
Is this what like 30s looks like in 2019? It looks like you?
I think so, because this is how I look in 2019, and I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
And 2020 is also going to be big for you, because there is a Beautiful Mind Foundation.
Yes.
What is a Beautiful Mind Foundation?
In a nutshell, I'm doing a compilation of just different careers. When I was in high school, I went to a rural high school in Verulam in Durban, and we didn't have, career days. And I think for people who don't have access, if they can just click a button and access a different career, a TV host, you could be a builder, you can be in whatever career, and then just see what it's like, what elements I needed, what kind of personality I needed, so that they can know and eliminate the mistake process that happens in varsity and changing degrees, because, you know, most of us don't come from wealthy families and we don't have the opportunity to change careers a lot. So you want to get into a network of people doing different things and channel that,
2017, I'm going to go back.
Yes.
Because 2017 was huge. Ayanda Tabete comes onto the SABC. She's now on Top Billing.
Yes.
And that show had been around and has been around for, how long before it was decided?
A legacy, 25 years. 25 years that it was on air. I think it's actually 27 years. I might be mistaken with the 25. But a legacy show. It was, you know, the breakthrough that I needed in my career, especially my TV hosting career. And an absolute blessing to have been part of that show.
What was the best thing? Because that's just such a glitzy show, you see the world. What was the best thing you did on Top Billing?
I always used to say whenever I went to work, it was a privilege because of the kind of people that I met. I think that was the absolute blessing about the show.
That's a generic
Let
answer.
me tell you why.
I want a place,
let me tell you why. Because that was my inspiration. You wake up, you see people that have done so well, that have the most beautiful houses, beautiful careers from different walks of life. And you get inspiration.
Which one where you go like, when I think back, I couldn't believe it.
I just saw so much. I went to Paris once and I interviewed Cara Delevingne. For
model.
At least
Cara Delevingne, like you just said, Leo Messi. It was like a smazi, man.
At least I'm sports about now you don't know pop
culture.
I
don't know that. Cara Delevingne.
Yes. Cara Delevingne, she's a model, she's an actress, and, you know, a huge American African star, and to have interviewed people like that, I mean, it just shows you how close we are in the global space of things. So I was really, really, really lucky and blessed to have been part of that.
And we'll miss the show. We're going to miss what you brought to the show. You were sad, right? When you heard
very, very, very sad. But I do think that the time had come for the show to end. I wish we would have ended it in a different way, maybe a live show, just recapping the 25 years. But I think the show had done its job. It had showcased Africans living beautifully. And we loved everything that you brought to the show. Top billing. What a great legacy it's left behind. And almost fitting that, you know, Ayanda Tabete and the way you look was how it would end. Like, that's what we're going to remember. Great contribution to the show. This is the Sport at 10 Cup. You can't have it. It's priceless, but the cakes you can if you can tell me the answers to some very interesting questions I've got for you. So, like, you're like about A-listers, your new show and the new channel you're going to is about A-listers. Yes. So, I'm going to show you a couple of A-listers, and I'm going to tell me if you can recognize them. So here, these are A-listers. Where do I look? Yeah.
And there's a big event coming up in the next week. Can you name these two people?
This is Tiger Woods, obviously. Yes. Any else?
And they are, can you tell me what they are the captains for the President's Cup, which is the tournament that's coming up where America takes on a team that's made up of the rest of the globe, and Ernie captains that team. Tiger captains the American team. President's Cup. So it's going to be really interesting. A-listers. Yes. Now, here is the A-lister of all A-listers.
I mean, who doesn't know Lionel Messi? I'm glad you're giving me these ones.
No, but that's not the question. That's not the question. Do you know how much he earned last year? He's the #1 paid athlete in the whole wide world. You can say it in dollars if you want. Guess it. What do you think is crazy?
$700,000.
Millions
pounds.
Yeah, you are so far. Yes, that's how much he uses for parking at the mall. $700,000. #1 earning athlete in the world. He earned $127 million last year.
That is insane. That is insane.
And $92 million was from Barcelona.
Does he watch?
I'm a skincare brand now. It's a lot of money, though. It's like billions.
It's a lot of money. I can't even imagine what I would do with that much money. But yeah, good for him.
Okay, now we're gonna another A-lister. But again, you know, Ayanda thinks she's ready for who this is. And there's a reason we put Forbes there, because I said Leo Messi was #1, right, of all athletes. In the top 100, can you guess where Serena comes in? She's the only woman in the top 100 earning.
Serena Williams.
Like, where would you think in the top 100?
In the Forbes list.
On that top 100 earners, what number do you think she comes in at?
Number 17?
Nope.
10?
No, it's actually quite sad, actually, if you think about it, because
sad.
it's because it's much
lower.
Okay.
Let's say number 60.
You're right.
Is it number 60?
Like 64, somewhere there.
I mean, I'm sad that she's
there's something we need to do there for women athletes.
Yeah.
Right? If the top woman is at 60 on the top 100.
Look, I used to be in corporate, and it was the same thing. You know, women still have such a long way to go in terms. Well, the industries have a long way to go in awarding women fairly for what they do in society and the contributions towards everything, whether it's sports, whether it's corporate, and wherever we really occupy our spaces, as Zosie said.
We're
handing the cupcakes over. You did really well, Ayanda Tabete. Thank you for being with us on Sport at 10 tonight. And what do you want to say?
Next week we're having guest presenters. Remember, we have a competition.
Really?
Get on Twitter.
This is what we do.
Check it out on Twitter. Get on Facebook. We're looking for you to send videos through so that we can decide who comes to host next week, because I'm going on a break. So it could be you. It could be you. We've done it for the last few years. It could be you. Send us a nice video with your little audition of why you want to host Sport at 10 next week, and we'll maybe say, come in and do it. Ayanda, thank you.
Thank you so much.
We're going to leave you with the words we leave you with every single week. And those words are, if you're not watching Sport at 10, what are you doing?
That's what